there, thanks for tuning into Duck Bricks. I'm Chris, and I just wanted to put out this video that is a bit of a PSA that you have less than 1 week left to submit to the Bricklink A-Full Designer Program. In case you aren't aware, the Bricklink A-Full Designer Program is a chance for LEGO fans to submit their own custom MOCs, kind of similar to LEGO Ideas, except instead of being maybe 1 out of a pool of 50 that's chosen, you actually have a much better chance at getting your MOC made into an actual set by submitting it to the Bricklink A-Full Designer Program. Because with this program, your model will not actually go through the standard LEGO Ideas process. It's not like it is something that has to be built by LEGO designers, but instead, much like these two models up here, the Venetian houses and the mounted windmill, the models are basically just designed by you as a designer, and you're the one who has full control over your final design. This is a bit of an interesting and honestly a little bit of a controversial program. There's another model from the Bricklink Designer Program here. You can see the modular LEGO store, and mostly these ideas originally started, at least for the very first Bricklink A-Full Designer Program, started off as rejected concepts for LEGO Ideas, where there were a lot of projects that reached the LEGO Ideas 10K supporter mark, and LEGO decided to partner with Bricklink, which they do own, and give these sets a second life by being made into other types of models and official LEGO sets through the designer program. Unfortunately, the crowdfunding window for these was really small. It was very hard to get these. I actually have all of the currently released ones built, like the Clockwork Aquarium right here. And these models were incredibly difficult to come by because they essentially were only available for a single day. They were not available in every single region. You really had to get them based on a pre-order crowdfunding type of thing. So I know the big one that a lot of people know about is Sakota's Legend of the Bionicle or Bionicle Legends project. This one was unfortunately one of the ones that did not win out. You can see a castle in the forest right there, which is one of the ones that did beat the Bionicle project. And the reason for that is because essentially the way that they did it the first time, now they haven't said they're going to do it differently this time, but at least the way the first round worked, each round of funding, there were about like 3 or 4 rounds, there were 5 projects that only are going to be made, but out of a pool of 8, and it basically just goes in terms of which ones are funded fastest. So it's available for 1 day. You literally have a day where you can go out and buy it, and the first 5 to be funded fully were made into sets, and the other ones, like the other 3 or 4, would not be made into sets. So it's pretty cutthroat, it's pretty ruthless. It's really hard to get this made, but it is easier than LEGO Ideas. It is a much shorter time span from conception to launch. You as the designer have full control over your design. It's not like you submit an idea and LEGO designers take your idea and make it into something else. The final product is yours, and it's a really interesting way to be able to take part in producing an official LEGO set in collaboration with LEGO and Bricklink. So now the next round of the invitationals is going to be open. Let's take a look at all the details right now. There's a lot of details pertaining to when these sets are going to be made. I don't think they're going to be made until 2025, but you basically have under a week to submit your designs, and let's go into all the details right now. Alright, so here's how this works. Navigate to bricklink.com, which is the largest marketplace for LEGO, which is currently owned by the LEGO Group, and as you can see, it is now accepting submissions. Submit your studio designs now through February 28th, which means you have basically exactly a week to submit your designs. If you click on that main pane, you'll notice that this is the Bricklink Designer Program Official Series 1. The initial round of designer program sets they did were kind of like a pre-event where they were just kind of testing the waters. This is the official Series 1. So in order to submit your design, you literally just need to click Submit Design, and it will walk you through the process of how to do that. They have a very handy timer, which is very similar to the time ticking down to pre-order sets when it was up. But here you can see this is when the submissions are closing. All you need to do is hit Submit Design. It'll go through the process. Now, there are a number of submission guidelines. The most important thing that you need to know is that unfortunately you cannot use any original LEGO themes or external third-party properties. Let's say, for example, you want to make a Marvel set or a DC set. You can't really do that, and the same goes for like Bionicle or Ninjago, so you can't really do anything like that, aka don't use intellectual property that belongs to anyone else, like Star Wars or Ninjago or Bionicle. Stay away from designs that are similar to what LEGO has already done, and don't piggyback on an existing set by building a model that's an extension or companion to something in the portfolio. Loose associations are, however, okay. Loose associations are, however, okay. There are a lot more details here about size, so you must be between 400 to 4,000 pieces, blah, blah. You can definitely read through all the details here. There is a very limited amount of pieces you can use. You just need to select BDP Series 1 or Bricklink Designer Series 1 on Studio, and you need to submit it as a Studio file. They have all the instructions here, so I'm not going to go through every single one of the constraints, but you can see them right here. But going back to the actual timeline of this, after you have your models designed, again, they are due in about a week, it is open submission till then, crowd support. So now on March 7th, I'll definitely put out a video about that to vote for your favorite submissions. This is not going to be the one determining factor. There is a number of different internal selection criteria, but it does influence what is chosen. So do go out and vote. You basically have almost all of March to vote for which ones are going to be made. Between April to May, they will do a full review and they will announce 5 designs. There will only be 5 sets, late May 2023. From there, crowdfunding will begin next year around this time, February 2024. You may pre-order their favorite sets, limit of 2 per set. Thankfully, they are doing it differently this time because they're not doing some sort of arbitrary limit or making them compete against each other. All sets that receive over 3,000 pre-orders will be produced. So thankfully, they're not doing like, oh, a competition, who's going to get funded first? No, it's if they get 3,000 orders, they will be made. Up to 20,000 of each set will be made in general. And finally, production and shipping will happen in summer, fall 2024, which probably means they will be actually shipped to you by 2025 based on the previous crowdfunding program. Honestly, that's pretty much all there is to say about this. If you want to take a look, just go to bricklink.com and actually take a look at the actual guidelines and all the instructions they have. But overall, I'm very excited to see what people come up with because for stuff like Castle or Space, while they aren't necessarily tied to an IP, you can still definitely do it because they're more of a generic theme. It's only stuff like Ninjago and Bionicle or specific themes that you can't do, but the amount of creativity that is going to come from this is really exciting to me, and I can't wait to see what everyone comes up with. Alright, and with that, we have summed up our look at this Bricklink A Full Designer Program. Again, you have less than 1 week to submit designs. I previously did put out a video when they first announced this program with all the information, but I just wanted to put out a quick reminder video for people who might not have been aware of this and wanted to submit designs themselves. I'm looking forward to seeing what designs are included. Cannot wait to see what amazing LEGO creations are done. Thank you all so much for tuning into Duckbricks. Be sure to like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analysis coming your way very soon. Bye for now.